What up, everybody? Hope you are doing amazing. Looking forward to chatting with you all today. Just give me a shout when you get in. I've got computer here, laptop here, so just trying to keep an eye on everything, making sure I see all the comments coming through. Just hit like, tell me that you're here, say hello, just so that I know that you can hear and see me. I think we can. I can see John's here, says hello. Hey, John. And I will just wait a couple of minutes before we get started, just to let a few more people get involved. Alex is here, been sitting here ready and waiting. Great, fantastic. That's awesome. By the way, I'm also trying something here. I think this is going out on YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well. So I have no idea if that's working or not, but that will be there as well. So, yeah, Rob, I have got to sort out the cough out. I apologise. Sam's here as well. Hi, Sam. Tony's here. Hi, Tony. We'll just wait a couple of minutes before we get started. Before we go, hey, does anyone actually manage to get out in this weekend? I saw there was a few pictures of people getting out over the weekend, but we were like totally flooded out around here. So there was absolutely zero golf. And in fact, I don't think there's going to be any golf for me until the golf day, which is stressing me out slightly. I hit the range a couple of times, sure, but won't be able to actually get out on a course until the golf day, which is concerning me. Anyone else been playing? Anyone else got some golf lined up this week? We've got 10 people here. Not everyone said hello yet. Pretty sure. Who else we got here? Got a few more people tuning in. Awesome. Yes, it's working on YouTube too. Alex, thank you. I haven't even been able to go and check. So that's good. Matthew, hey, hope you're doing well. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just give it another 30 seconds and then we'll dive straight into today's stuff, really. I've got loads of stuff to share with you. Super excited / quite nervous. When you share like a new project with someone, I just get a bit nervous. I don't know why. I'm super excited. I've shared it with my little golf group. They seem to love it, which is great. So excited to get it out to you guys. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that secret project. We're going to talk about the local leagues. They will officially go live as well, which is going to be fantastic. We'll have a brief mention of the Surrey Golf Day towards the end, and I think, was that it? Was there something else I needed to cover? Can't remember. I've got my list here that I will dive in and have a look through. So, Ryan's just here for a nosy. Hey, Ryan. Steve's here. Hey, Steve. Okay, cool. So and by the way, if you keep seeing me looking down here, I'm looking at my laptop, which I can see all your comments coming through. So I'm not just being rude and trying to look at something else. So let's dive straight in. And I want to really start with, how do I start this? I want to really start with a story, I think, because the whole idea of what I'm going to share with you today, the project, comes from inspiration from my golf group and then Sunday Red and this community that's kind of come together. I hope I have it. Miles, I will shout you out, Miles. Miles, it's great to have you here. Thank you for being here. I'm excited that you're here. And what I want to really talk about is why I started putting this project together, and then why and how I think we can use it moving forward. So it's all starts a couple of years ago. I think it's now 3 years ago. I'd finished playing football and was kind of looking for that next thing to do, right? And I was like, what's next? And I've always had a set of golf clubs and always been like, okay, I like hacking my way around a golf course. But finishing football was like the catalyst for me getting started. And I started again in golf. And there was a few people that in my friendship group were like, hey, we should play some golf. And we're like, yeah, sure, let's go do this. So we started playing. The group grew. It was like friends of friends joining in the group, which was fantastic. And then all of a sudden, one of the guys went, this is after about 2 months, one of the guys went, should we go on a golf holiday? And we're like, yes, let's do this. So I've never seen a group of people organise something so quickly. And we got a golf trip organised. It was to Portugal. There was, I think, 3 of the group maybe, that I met for the first time at the airport. It was amazing. The trip was incredible. It was just fantastic. Then on the next year, fast forward a year, and the group had grown, and we were like, I think 12 of us went on the second year. Portugal went to Valdelobo. Lots of you have seen the videos. Just put a hands up, give me a like or whatever if you've seen those videos. We had 2 rounds. Where did we play? We played San Lorenzo, Pinheiros Altos, and then Valdelobo Ocean and Valdelobo Royal on the final 2 days. And it was amazing. We just had the most amazing time, most incredible experience. And it was, I'm sure one of my group will shout me out if I've got this wrong, but I'm pretty sure we was on one of the days, I think the Saturday, we were at Valdelobo, we just played the Ocean course. We were in the middle of, I think it was like a 3 or 4 hour World Putting Championships, which was just incredible. And someone just suggested it. They were like, why don't we, rather than just having the one competition a year, like the big comp, why don't we create our own race to Dubai? And so over the course of the next few hours, over the course of several more beers, some gin and tonics, there might have even been some espresso martinis in there. Delightful. We created the race to Frei Bentos, right? You'll have seen that our group is called the Frei Bentos Invitational. That's our tour name. And so we created the race to Frei Bentos. This did, by the way, cause a little bit of confusion with one of the new members who then started telling his friends and family that he was going to Frei Bentos to play golf. And we actually Googled it. Frei Bentos does exist. It's a place in Uruguay, and they do have a 9-hole golf course. So I'm excited to go and maybe add that to our list of places to play in the future. But anyway, we basically go, right, here's a season-long competition, and we're going to have this from January 1st through to the time that the trip to Turkey was. And the reason we wanted to do this was it created a level of ongoing competition so that every round we played mattered. I don't know about you, but coming from a football background, I played, every week you played your match and it mattered. Every week your match, the result of that match affected your position in the league table. And I love that. And I just think golf, for me, even if you are a part of a club, sometimes lacks that ongoing process, right? That ongoing, okay, what I do now can affect me at the end of a season. And being a Leeds fan, football, what's happening now with Leeds is causing me a lot of stress to what's going to happen at the end of the season. But it's the same. I wanted that feeling. We wanted that feeling within golf, within our competition, within the amateur world, right? You might get it within some clubs, but you've got to be a really part of the community, right? And so there's 12 of us, which actually turned into 14, I think maybe 15 of us, 16 of us now in the group, all competing in the race to Frei Bentos. And it was all about, hey, anyone can have a good round once, but who can have a good round 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Who can play consistently throughout the season? Who can play well consistently? Because I can play consistently crap throughout the season. But who can play consistently well throughout the season and take the crown of Tour Champion, right? That's kind of what we wanted to really show. And also, we wanted to encourage each other to get out more and play more golf. And I think one of the ways that we did that was we said, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 rounds, your best 10 rounds. So you could play 20 times throughout the year, but your 10 best would count. So if if you got to 10, you're like, oh, my score's okay in the league. It wasn't the end of the world. If you could still improve it, right? You could still get out and go for the 11, 12, 13, 14 and just keep playing, trying to improve your score. But it also meant that the people that were, that can't play week in, week out, if they could get 10 rounds in, they could still compete in the league. Does that make sense? Are you with me so far? Just put a thumbs up or whatever, just to say that you're with me if that's making sense so far. So I want to make sure that makes sense. Everyone with me so far? I realise that there's probably a delay and it's going to take a few seconds for you to start giving me the thumbs up saying, yes, this all makes sense. See, Robert's going to... Rob's, you want to get a day off tomorrow or what? He's going in for more golf? What's going on? Let's just see what other comments we've got coming through. Great, perfect. I think that all makes sense. Okay, cool. See, Andrew said yes. He's giving me one of those. Woo. Rob, yes. Okay, awesome. So the goal was that. Find out who the best player was over the course of a season and get people out playing more and make it competitive, right? And that was the idea behind it. And really, it was the result was way more than what I thought it was going to be. It was amazing. The banter right off the bat was just hilarious. You have a great round and people were like at the end of the round, sitting in the bar, waiting for you to enter your score into the handicap calculator to figure out what your cut was going to be for next time. Have a bad round, you drop 3 places in the league because 2 of the others you were playing with scored well and have gone above you. Like, you'd know about it. People were giving you a bit of banter for the rest of the week. It was hilarious, and it was non-stop, right? I know we talk about golf a lot in the group, but the banter was just non-stop. It was amazing. But what it also meant that if you had a bad front 9 and you were like, oh, I'm getting down on myself here, you kept grinding because you knew that if you could reach a certain number of points, that would might get you 1 extra point for the league table. That might move you up 1 thing. So even when you were having a bad day, it kept you pushing and it kept you going, right, how do I improve this and keep going forward? Andrew said, "What surprise! Steak and kidney pudding." Yeah, we. If you see the Instagram, you'll see we had the balls printed with the Frey Ventos pies on them. So yeah, we go and go full throw on that for sure. So but anyway, the group engagement was through the roof. It was amazing. And then come the end of the season, so we luckily for me, I just want to add, we decided that the end of the season would be the right before we went to Turkey. Turkey was where the group went last year for the final tour. So we decided the race for Eventos would end at that point. Lucky for me, because I actually couldn't end up going on the final trip because of my newborn son. And why I say lucky for me is because at that point I was top of the league. So I am officially Race to Frey Ventos TourChamp 2019. 2019? Wait. Yeah, 2019. So I am delighted with that. I have added that to the Instagram, the Instagram account description. You'll see the different tour champs. Yes, I've managed to get my name on the Race to Frey Ventos. So loving that. That's amazing. I will add, I've not started strongly defending my title this year. With 2 rounds and not breaking 30 points so far, I've rapidly hit the bottom of the league table. And then there's been a few others who have gone out and played 4 rounds and seem to be scoring exceptionally well. I'm questioning the ease of the courses that they have been playing on their first few rounds. But yes, I'm solidly bottom of our table at the moment. But I will continue to remind everyone I'm Tour Champ until someone takes my crown at the end of this season. I love competing in this, and it was what led me to going, you know what? I think everyone should be able to do this. Everyone should be able to create their own tour. Everyone should be able to create their own Race to Frey Ventos, their own Race to Dubai, whatever they want to call it. So what I want to do is introduce you to the new top secret project that we've been working on behind the scenes. And if I will share my screen, I'm going to introduce you to, rightfully named, TourChamp. So let's go and have a look at TourChamp. Dun, dun, dun. Would love to be able to share it. Come on, work for me. It's not going to work. Of course it's not going to work. That would be way too easy, wouldn't it? Okay, what I'll do is let me put the TourChamp.co. I'll put it in the chat so you can see it in the chat. You can all click and go and have a look. And then what I will do I'm devastated that's not going to work. I thought I'd be able to share my screen. I can't. So what we'll do is you can go and have a look in a minute. TourChamp. You'll go and see it. There's basically what you'll be able to do is sign in, set yourself up with, create your own tours. You'll be able to join tours. You'll be able to add, one group of mates to one tour, another group of mates to another one. But to give you an idea of how it works, when you sign up, there'll be a... Danny says it's worked. Danny, can you see my screen? Interesting. Guys, can you see me or can you see the screen? Let me know. Because I want to... Let me know what you can see. Because if you can see my screen, that would be amazing. But I don't think you can. I think you can only see me still. Sorry guys, in case you're still wondering, let's have a look. What have we got? The video is now live. I've lost the chat. Okay, fine. I'll crack on. I don't think you can see the screen. Technical difficulties. This is ridiculous, right? You can see me. You can see me. Danny's lying to me. Fine. Danny's lying to me. It hasn't worked. That's okay. So I've sent you the link. I put the link in the chat box. And what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to sign up to an account. It's free to sign up. It's a free 30-day trial to sign up. There will be a paid annual fee going forwards, which I told you about already. That's what I talked about with the local leagues, because this is what we're going to run the local leagues through. However, it's free 30 days to sign up, so you can have a play around with it for 30 days. And also, because you're Sunday Red, I'm going to give you some special offers and some bonuses. And you don't need a credit card to sign up. So just click annual when you get onto that page to sign up. Click annual, and you will just need to set up an account. You won't need to put any credit card details or anything like that. Once you're in, if you set up a profile, put your picture, put your mug in there, go through and I think you can enter your handicap in there as well, and then click on join a tour. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share with you, where's it gone? I'm going to share with you the code for the Sunday Red National League, so you guys can have a little play around and see how this all works. So let me put this in the chat box now. Sunday Red National League code is that. So what you'll do is copy that code, and I'll obviously share this again later on. Copy that code. When you say join tour, just enter that code. In fact, here, this is what I can do. Let me go Sunday Red. Super easy to invite people using that code. So you've now got that code. You'll be able to enter that when you get into there. What you'll be able to do, I want you to have a play around. I want you to set up a tour, invite your mates, maybe do a practice test tour, try and enter some scores. You can do Stapleford, you can do match play. So you can do the Stapleford League exactly as I've just described that we did with our mates. So you can say, right, we're going to set it from date X to date Y. There's going to be X number of rounds, 10, 15, 20 rounds that we're going to count. It will take the best 10, 15, 20, so you can enter as many as you want. And then you can start entering scores. Or the other way is doing match play. So you say, hey, we've got 8 people in our league. We all play fairly regularly. And what we're going to do is going to go 1v1 every week. So it might be Chris v. Miles. Miles, just giving you another shout out. Chris v. Miles this week. We go out, we have a round, and we do match play. And we play all 18 holes, and we go, right, Miles, let's be honest, Miles probably won. He won 3-0, right? He was 3 up at the final after the 18th, so he wins 3-0. He gets 3 points for the win. I get 0 points for the loss. And you could do that. You could play another team, another league member each week, or however often you play, and compete that way. And that got me thinking about all the different ways that you could use it. You could even use it for like summer leagues. So I've actually already spoken to a golf club about doing summer leagues, so that we could do 9 holes in the evenings. Like we're going to throws me back to like 5-a-side in the 5-a-side football. 9 holes of a Sunday evening match play. Right, you get 6, 8, 10 of you in a league once a week. Play against someone else in the league. Then you get your score, your 3 points or whatever at the end. Is that all making? I mean, it'd be much easier if I could show you what I was going through. What I'll do afterwards is record a video of me going through it and then share that in the group later. Tony Wilson's link still not showing up. Let me just mute that. That's annoying. TourChamp. So it's TourChamp.co is what will take you through to the website. And also, what I'm going to do is obviously, we're going to give some benefits here. Right, so you're in the Sunday Red Golf Group. So number one, you'll get £5 off your first year anyway, right? So I'm going to send you through a code. So keep an eye, again, I'll post it in the group, but keep an eye out for that. I'm going to send you through a code that'll get you £5 off your first year when you commit to the annual fee anyway. So that's going to take you down to £24. We'll add, and you only need to do that when you add your card details. So you can do that in like 3 weeks' time or whatever. So that's the first thing. And then secondly, anyone who signs up, this might be a long-term thing, but we're going to start it for short-term for now. So anyone who signs up within, let's say, February, before the golf day, anyone who signs up in February if you then become a paid subscriber, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 more 2-for-1 vouchers added to your account. So you'll get 2 more 2-for-1 vouchers added to your account when you become a full paying subscriber. My goal is to make it like an absolute like no-brainer. My goal is to make this so that you actually make like more back, if that makes sense. So you save more in golf fees or whatever coming back than you've invested into TourChamp. Does that make sense? All with me so far? Any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Let me know. We've got loads of people now coming in, which is great. Anyone, by the way, if you're joining now and you've missed like the first part of it, don't panic. It will, the replay will come on later. Plus, I haven't been able to actually show you the things I wanted to show you. Any questions? I'm just going to let you throw some questions at me, and while you do that, I'll keep talking. What I've also started to do is set up all the different leagues. So we've got Surrey, Essex, Kent, Sussex, North West. We've got loads of leagues that I've set up. What I'll do is I'll add all the share codes to a post in the group. Then you can grab that share code for the area that you're in, add it to your account, and then you are in the league. You will be in the league from there on in. Italo's just joined here, Italo. Andrew's put, how does course difficulty affect your standing? Danny says, sounds amazing, can't wait to get involved. That's awesome. Andrew, yeah, this is a good question, and this is something that is actually on the agenda to factor in. It's not yet, but it's on the agenda to factor in. And by the way, this is something that I want from you guys. Like, this is inspired by us. I was going to say, this is inspired by average golfers, right? This is inspired by us wanting to be able to create competition, want to be able to create engagement, fun, etc., right? This is version 1. What you'll see when you click on the link is version 1. I would absolutely love to get your feedback on things that you'd like to see improving, things that you'd like to add to it, things like, I want you guys involved. Like, it's for you. I want you guys to be involved. So there's 2 features on the list to already add. One of them is what Andrew has just mentioned there. How does course difficulty affect your standings? So what we'll end up doing, I think, is having an extra feature that basically, or we could do this anyway, right? So if the CSS of the course is like 3 shots less than the par, that would affect your score, right? So if you go to a course that's super easy and you score like 40 points, but the CSS would knock 3 shots off of that, that's what would happen. So we're looking at factoring that in for sure, because I think that's, in our group especially, there's the 2 guys that are first and second in the league at the moment. They've just played the world's easiest courses, I think, anyway. Whereas I've obviously played the hardest ones that, and put me bottom of the league. So that's definitely one of the features. The other feature that is going to be on the list to add, but it won't happen just for a month or 2 at least, is majors. So we have our majors. For Ventos, we have our majors. We now have a total of 4 throughout the year. One thing that we're going to want is, one thing that we did was, if you were in a major, you went to a major, you played in a major, the majors counted for more points, right? Just like in the Race to Dubai, whatever. If you win a major, that bumps you up the ranking so much more, right? That's what we will be implementing. So the league organizer will be able to say, hey, weekend dates of the whatever, if you play a round of golf this weekend, is actually going to count for more points, right? Because we want to encourage people to come and actually get to the majors, like, because we tend to go away for a day, 2 days or whatever. We wanted to encourage people to go to those. So that's something that we're factoring as well. It doesn't exist yet, but it's something that we're factoring in as well. Ryan's asked a question. Does that all make sense? Why do that? Ryan's asked a question. Are we having to pay green fees in this league when we play at a venue where we are not a member, or does the payment cover costs? No. So the £29 reduced to 24 for you guys is just to kind of get into the league, to kind of play in it, to be able to get access to TourChamp. And that will be, and it's not just restricted to like our leagues. Like, if you want to set up 15 other championships tours with your mates, you can do that. So that just gives you full access to TourChamp. It doesn't include like green fees for the courses that you're not members at. So that would be something that, I'd love to be able to do that, but the fee would have to be much higher in the future. So yeah, obviously if you're going to green, you have to pay your own green fees at different courses, etc. Any other questions so far? Any other questions so far? No, I don't think so. So I'll keep going. I've just seen a comment pop up from the YouTube channel. So I think it's Italo. Italo's watching on YouTube. That's awesome. So I think basically what I'd say is go and have a play around. I'll record a quick video to show you the ins and outs and what it looks like. I'll add the share codes for all the different leagues. As a reminder, it's 30 days free anyway to try it out and make sure it's something that you want to be a part of. And then I'll send you the code to be able to get your £5 off because you are a Sunday Red subscriber. And then what else? I'll send you the share code for the Sunday Red National League so you can get in on that. And one thing that I was thinking, do you think we should have a kind of a guideline, a rule that for the Sunday Red leagues, whether it's the local league, the national one, whatever, and this is again what we do in our group, you for a score to count, you have to have played with someone else within the community. So even if they're one of your mates already, but they're in the community as well, that's fine. But it just has to be someone else from within the community. So you can't just go around and have the world's best round, but no one witness it. So you have to be with someone who's in the community, so that we can keeps it fair in essence, right? Keeps it fair. If you guys think that's a sensible idea, just let me know. Type in the chat box because I think that's something that we can kind of just implement as a guideline. Everyone, we just go, right, you know what, this is going to be the guideline. To enter a score in the leagues, you have to have played with someone else. If you think that's fair, just type that away. Alex has asked, would that work with a medal score too? Good question. So the TourChamp at the moment all works off Stapleford scores, so you just go points at the moment. We will definitely look at ways of doing medal scores and just total gross scores, but at the moment you enter your Stapleford score at the end of the round. That's all you need to do. So you don't need to enter every hole. You literally just say, hey, I scored 20, that's me, 28 points. That's what you enter, right? If you scored 34 points, that's what you enter. So that's all you need to input. And whether in the Stapleford scores, in match play, you just put the result. So in this case, we're not doing it 3 and 2 or anything like that. It's I got to the 18th because I wanted to continue to the 18th and I won 3-0. Does that make sense? Because the way that I want that to work is whole difference will count. So goal difference in football, whole difference in our match play comms. So you could be like 3 down with 3 to play and get it back to like 1 down by the end. So you actually only lost 1-0, right? Even though you'd lost however many, maybe you lost at the 17th or whatever, but actually you managed to win the 18th and get it back to 1-0. You lose 1-0. Does that make sense? So yeah, Stapleford scores. Alex Stewart, for example, my group, I'm the only one that plays at my home course. Do you mean as in there's no one else that would, from Sunday Red, that would be joining you, Alex? And if if I play a medal, anyway, can I use that score? Yeah, as long as, again, I think we'll come back to as long as there's someone else within the Sunday Red group that you're with, you just work out the points from it, and because it's the points that are going to create the league standings, right? So yeah, for sure. It's just what did you score and enter the points. So that would be the way to go. Cool. So I think that is that. So this then launches. TourChamp is the project we've been working on, which is I'm super excited about. Glad that the response seems to be good here. Second thing is the local leagues. We literally go live like now. I'll put all the share codes for the ones I've set up so far in the group, and there'll be a post that you can just go and grab those share codes too, so you can go and join any ones you want. I'll send you across the £5 off code for the first year, which if you're signing up from Sunday Red and you do it in Feb, you'll once you become a paid subscriber, I'll add 2 more 2-for-1 vouchers to your account. And I am working on some other bonuses and things to add in there as well. And I think that's everything. I realise I've spoken at a ridiculously quick pace. I just get excited and and just verbal diarrhea, clearly. So hopefully that all makes sense. Go and check it out. Let me just put the URL in there one more time. But again, I will share this all with you later on. TourChamp.co. Go and check it out, and go and join. Set up an account. Any questions? like just message me, tag me in posts in the group, message me on Facebook, Instagram, pop me an email, whatever. This TourChamp is all for us, right? It's all for us to go and build on and grow on. And one thing I want to add is this is really just the start. Like, if you guys love this and we build a really cool group around it, and which we have already, but we get lots of people on it, there's so many things that I want to add to this, like the handicap trackers, because getting started in golf, like one of the first things we need to do is I'd like to be able to get a handicap that I'm not a member of a club. I'd love to add a really good handicap tracker to it, especially with the new handicap rules coming in. There's so many things that I think we could do with this and develop it and expand it and grow it. And I just, I thank all of you for being a part of Sunday Red and inspiring this, and I'm going to thank everyone who signs up to TourChamp and gets involved with that. And more and more, the more feedback you guys give me, the more things you'd like to see on there. I can't promise immediate and quick turnaround on all of those things, but we will add them to the list of things to do. So for sure, like this is for you guys, and I'm excited for you guys to be a part of this. I'm excited to be a part of this journey with you. So if there's any other questions, I'm going to hang around for a couple of minutes. So if there's any other questions, throw them at me, but that's all from me. I think we've covered everything there. You now, and by the way, I think I said this, but it's not just Sunday Red stuff, right? If you want to go on there and create your own tour and have 6 of your other mates who aren't a part of this community be on there, great. One thing for me that I'd love the idea of doing is got friends in America and setting up a tour with them. Like, I don't necessarily have to play with them week in, week out, but it gives me an ability to have a chat. Like, I see that they scored 28 points. They've dropped 2 positions in the league this week, and I can A, give them a bit of crap, and B, it just encourages me to get in contact, right? It encourages me to chat with them about how their round was, what they were up to, how they played, etc. So you could even have competitions with people that you never see, that you never play with, that are in a whole different part of the world, which I think is pretty cool. And I think that's something that would be exciting to get started as well. So you can use this in any number of ways. I've thought about doing by the way, does anyone know anyone at Top Tracer? Because I would love to be able to do like range leagues where you go to a Top Tracer range of an evening, you play 9 holes against someone else, and you have a match play league on the range, like Wednesday evening, again, 5-side-30, right? You have range leagues, play Pebble Beach, or you play any of those nice courses on Top Tracer, and you can have a league based off that. Like, there is so much that we could do with this. I just try to become a bit more imaginative and come up with different ways that we could use it. Andrew, is there a league in Northamptonshire? If it's been asked for, it will be there or on the list to be done for. Yes, for sure. Danny said, could use it to pick the Ryder Cup team, so you have to qualify for it. Yeah, brutal. Danny's already making people qualify for the event. But yeah, there is literally so much stuff that you could do with this, even within your own community, even with your own golf societies, your own golf leagues that are outside of Sunday Red. You could use it for all kinds of stuff. So the idea being that, you don't just need to, if you've got a golf society, and at the moment the only times you compete are the 8 times that you meet each year, actually now it's not dependent on people having to be able to get to those golf days, right? You could play week in, week out, and the golf days become your majors, or the golf days become just extra days that you guys all get together. So it doesn't just limit you to the certain days of the year that you can get to, which I think is pretty cool, right? It just means that, because our group of 14 or however many there are in Fray Bentos, we can't get out every week, all 14 of us together. But every week, every other week, chances are there's a group going out somewhere, and therefore we can add those scores to the league. Does that make sense? So I haven't seen any other questions come through, so I will hang around for just another minute. Any other questions? Anything else you want to, guys? Go and check it out, and then just message me. I think it's probably the best thing to do. Matthew says, you mentioned 4 majors. What and where? So the 4 majors are, I was talking about the Fray Bentos group, our golf group. We have 4 majors each year. And that's what I was talking about we could count extra points because we want people to get to the majors. The majors are harder, tougher. With Sunday Red, we're definitely looking at getting some majors involved. We've got one big event in the planning, in the process, just looking at location. One location I went to is not come back to me with the right plan, so I'm on to plan B with regards to venue. So yeah, the majors for me, Oh, I want to pretend I'm on tour. That's what we want to do. I want to pretend I'm on tour and I want to play in majors, alright? But yeah, we'll definitely get some majors involved for Sunday Red as well. Any other questions? Anything else? I'm glad this kind of worked. I'm really annoyed that I couldn't share my screen. But as I say, I will create a quick video after this and share it with you. I don't think there's any other questions. None that I can see coming through. There's still quite a few people on here though. So if you're still on here, and you haven't got a question, right, guys. I'll tell you what. Let's leave it there. If you like the sound of TourChamp, give me a thumbs up or something in the comments. If you're going to go and check it out, give me a thumbs up. And Tom just jumped in. Tom, I missed the majority of what you said. Can you do this individually? If I understand the question right, as in can you sign up individually and then sign up with other people? Then yes, 100%. If I've misunderstood the question, ask it again. Maybe I'm not the smartest of individuals, so. But yeah, give me a thumbs up if you're going to go check it out. Other than that, guys, I can let you get back to work. I'll hang around for a minute or two. But everyone, I'm not going to cover anything new, so you've got you can get back to work or pretend back to work, just watching YouTube videos of golf tips, etc. Oh, and I should add, one thing that I think will be really cool, Steve Furlonger, if, for example, he as a coach is, hopefully, we have spoken about it, going to set up a league for his students, right? So there's lots of different ways that we can use this. Tom, you're the only one, you don't know anyone else in the group. That's fine, don't worry. So the thing that I mentioned earlier was, if wanting to add a score to a Sunday Red League, the thing would be that you play with someone who's also in the community. So it encourages us to try and meet other people within the group and do that, basically. So not the end of the world. We just need to find some more people closer to you. And if there is genuinely no one in your area, we'll come up with a plan B. Like, I want everyone as much as possible to be able to get involved. So don't panic. We'll work out a plan. Andrew, all sounds good, mate. Looking forward to it. Great work. Thank you. Yeah, great. Thanks. That's awesome. Looking forward to getting everyone started with it. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys all go back to work. Have a great day. Any questions, give me a shout, tag me in a post, message me on Messenger, whatever. And I look forward to getting us all on TourChamp and getting the ball rolling. Golf Day. Surrey Golf Day. Just going to throw this in at the end. Surrey Golf Day. I've put the link for payment in the event. We've got our 40 people that have confirmed. If you hadn't confirmed, just message me, because I'm sure that some people will drop out. But at the moment, I'm keeping it at 40 people. So if you hadn't confirmed, just message me and I'll put you on like the extras list. And if we decide we can squeeze a few extra in, we'll do it. Sweet. Awesome. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come and join me. I'm super excited, as you can tell, and I look forward to seeing you all in a TourChamp League soon. Catch you later.